Hey Fujin. So I have to redo my tournament for today. Um, I did it earlier actually, but as we can see, I'm missing by about 100-ish waves. So we're just gonna rerun the tournament, see if we can do any better. See how it goes. And hopefully we can actually beat that guy. I think it should be doable overall. I should turn this on. Turn this on. I think what happened earlier was I just did an AFK run, and perhaps when commanders came along, if we have a look at this run over here, when the commanders came along around 3100 waves, the buffed range enemies just got me. So hopefully we can do slightly better. Hopefully I didn't mess up my setup. Honestly, I can't really remember whether I've used the correct modules. If I haven't, well, I guess we're getting second. But I really don't want to get second, especially not to, I should be able to get more than 3200 waves, so I should probably try to actually get it. Fujin, you said I messed up my tournament this run. Wanted to go with summon in champs this tournament. Oh, you decided to go with summon in champs this tournament. Yeah, so summon is going to be really bad for today because there's like so many ultimate conditions. It's gonna be rough. So I also need the fleet spawns. Let me just reach out to a few people, see if we can get any of it. I should also probably check how the bracket, I think it's live placement analysis. Is that it? It would have been fine if there was no Thorns Resistance. Yeah, so potentially, I think it's not really the well, for champs maybe. Let me see the battle conditions for champions. More bosses, skip reduction, skip decay. Yeah, so I think it's the ranged ultimate that is slightly problematic. I probably don't need permanent black hole for today. I don't know, ranged ultimate is one of those things that I typically have problems with. Oh, nice, Greeny responded. Alright, let's see. So I need to figure out how I can look at my bracket. Player comparisons maybe? No, live bracket view. I'm not sure how to use this. I need JP for this. Rubber, hello, how are you? Good luck with your tournament, man. So I've already done my tournament. I just have to redo it because I'm getting second in my tournament, and I think I have a chance of getting first. It's annoying, but I do want the extra stones for this month if possible. Okay, so I got the stuff from Greeny. I think the difficulty for me for this tournament would be once commanders come along and they start buffing all the ranged enemies. That's when I'm going to be in trouble. So as far as possible, we want to swap, or we want to not have to deal with commanders. And it does seem like there's a few that we can skip. Let's see, there's one wave skip that we can, so one commander we can skip. Oh, the commander that is not skippable is okay. Okay, wait, I'm going to upload this image on the stream so that we can all see the spawns. And maybe you guys can help me with the strategy for today. Graham, hello, how are you? Rubber, you got the easiest bracket that you've seen in a while. Nice. Alright. So these are the fleet spawns for today. And no, this is the wrong one. I don't need this earlier one. So let's, no, actually, let's upload both. Yes, alright. So this is the first one. It starts from like wave 2300. It starts from wave 2300, and I think we can skip this commander at 2600. But because I died at wave 3100 with AFK, I don't think this commander is going to be a problem. Neither would this guy be a problem. And potentially this 2800 one, I might take damage from it. So I think we plan for, we're going to plan for the 2695 commander. We can plan for that guy. So let me open up a notepad for this. So 2695. There is a commander. So at 2693, take off wave skip before 2693. That way I can get an overcharge. Okay. Dr. Trashback, hello, how are you? Yeah, so we're gonna try to skip this 2695 commander. I think it would be nice to not have to take damage there. Maybe 2600. I think we can also we can also skip that guy, right? So at 26, before 2601, if I were to skip that commander, I get an overcharge. So that gives me another overcharge. Oh, nice, Robert. You had tier 23. Oh, you're doing wave 4000 in tier 21. Congrats, man. Ghetto, thank you. I need the good luck today. It's going to be a rough tournament. So I already have second place secured, but I want to try to get first place today. So this is the second set of spawns, and I'm not sure what this means. I guess it means that we can't really skip it, and if we had wave skip off, it's going to be commander. Maybe Greeny had wave skip off. So I'm just gonna leave my wave skip on for this too. Yeah, I think Greeny had no wave skips on for this guys here. Is that how I should read it? So maybe we can try to have wave skip on. Okay, so have wave skip on for 2924, 2935, 3024. And that way I can potentially get less commanders over here. Maybe. I think that's how it works. Now 32. So I died at wave 3100. Before. And so how do I actually deal with this? I need to have my defensives up for this guys here. Possibly, right? I can't skip this commander. So unskippable. At 3212. No, 3112. Okay, and this is a commander. Okay, and how should I deal with this? I could potentially try to skip this guy. Okay, let's see. Skip on. No, skip off for 3122. Okay, not sure what. And then thereafter I think we should be good for a while. So the hard part is going to, I think, come along between 2900 and 3100. Thereafter we might be, you know, things might be a bit better. Potentially. So let's see how we go later on. Alright, let's turn this off for a bit and we can see. Alright, let me go caught up with the chat. So Dr. Trashback was able to get to 4350 in tier 21. That's not bad. I mean, you're almost there. Eventually you'll be farming tier 21 anyway, so doesn't matter. Get the milestone then, I guess. Although 10% lap speed is pretty good. I did redo my tier 23 milestone yesterday. I got to wave 2000 just for the extra stones there. I wasn't close to dying, but I had to go out for dinner. So you know, I just left the run. I just quit the run after. It wasn't too bad, but it was really painful because I died. No, I lost my interest sprint at like wave 90 or something, and I was just sitting in front of my computer for like 2 hours. It was really painful. Ghetto, yeah. This tournament's battle conditions are tough. I'm not sure how to deal with it. So this was the setup that I'm currently using is exactly the setup that I used yesterday. So it's currently 60 meters with I guess I should bring this up to like 2.1 on the shockwave size. Clearly this would not have worked because I ended up not doing like the usual number of waves. I need to get an extra 100 waves somehow today. We shall have to see how we can do that. Between now until I think 2600, I don't really have to worry too much, I don't think. Yeah, and we don't have to take any wave skip off or anything between now and then. You just nuked the double commanders in the lower 3100s once they were both on the screen. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. That's assuming I can get there. So, you know, last tournament I died at 3100 waves. I didn't look at the run because I was out with friends having dinner. But I'm guessing that this guy over here might have taken out a defensive of mine. And every now and then with the tank and ranged ultimate, the tank enemies must have pushed the ranged enemies in. That resulted in me taking chip damage. So it might be useful to just go with a high range today. And with the high range, I can sort of have the tanks on the inside. And there's a big gap for ranged enemies to not be able to fire off at me. I hope that's going to be good. Yeah, so it's the tank range MS enforcement that is very dangerous. You know, looking at the previous tournament, right? I did have a lot of death defies as well. Where is it? Where are my death defies? Okay, 13 death defies. So, you know, I was definitely being hit a lot. Maybe around the later waves, I would have to increase my range. Well, you know what? I can actually do it now. Because at like the 3100 wave count, based on the past few tournaments, it's not a damage problem for me. So if I'm getting clipped by the ranged enemies, right, I think we just up the range now. This is 70 meters. I need to clear out some of the visuals on my screen. It's getting a little bit too messy. Let's turn off all of this. Let's turn off the smart missiles for now. Okay, so this is the range line. And I guess I need to turn on the inner landmines so I can see where they are. So the inner landmines are still at sort of the range line. Let's bring it up to 80 meters. Seems like at 80 meters, it's right at where my at the middle of my inner landmines. So I think we can even go with slightly more range later on. But let's leave it at 80 meters for now. And I think the orbs are in quite a decent spot like this. We should still be able to get quite a lot of orb tags. The mines will only be useful later on in the run when tank enemies come in. We do have quite a lot of leeway between my orb line and my range line and my inner landmine line. That is where the ranged enemies will not be able to fire off at me. So that looks fine, I hope. Let's take a couple of those first. Alright. So I think this looks fine for now. At 80 meter range, I think we can go with like 2.5. Let's do 2.6 on the shockwave size. Push the enemies back slightly. Yeah. Alright. Dark Archer, hello, how are you? Stream rate incoming shortly. Oh, nice. Yeah, we need a lot of good vibes today, a lot of good luck. It's going to be very dangerous, today's tournament, I think. I would really like to get the first place. And more importantly, I want to figure out a way to deal with ranged ultimate. Rubber getting first. Second place isn't if I had 2000. That's really nice. I think my bracket's pretty hard overall. Look at that. Well, actually, I mean the 3 to 6 is not bad, right? They're above like 2000 waves. So it's pretty hard. The cutoff is really high in my bracket. So if like you're in early legends, I don't think it's going to be very easy. But if you're able to get like the 2500 region, it gets you quite a good placement this tournament in my bracket. Yeah, alright. So anyway, I think we don't really have to worry about anything for now. I think we just use our demon mode for fun. I should probably also just use my nuke preemptively for now. Let's see, because we might... I know that I wouldn't be taking damage all the way to to around like the 2600 region, but with nuke it probably reduces the amount of chip damage that I might potentially take because of the slow effect. So, you know, might as well use it now. I just need my nuke to be available for the 3100 region, so I can play around with nuke until like 2800, I guess. And then I have to hold it in place. So yeah, might as well just use it. Well, not right now, but after, you know what, let's just use it now. And we see how we go. Rob did get 3400 waves, man. 3432. Right, but how is everyone today? How are you guys doing? $2,300. Okay, there's this 2815 commander. I wonder if I can just nuke this guy. Then I don't need to bother with... So the thing is, at 3,115 and 24, there's these two commanders which I definitely need to nuke, right? These double commanders over here. If I nuked at 2815, that's exactly 300 waves before. I can just nuke this commander and not have to worry about it. And then I will have the range slow for all of this ranged enemies between 2800 and 3100, which should help reduce my chip damage, right? So definitely, I think as part of the strategy, we should nuke at 2815 and then nuke the double commander at 3115 and 3124 at 3124 plus 3124. Yeah, and that should give me enough coverage of like a maybe I should put this side by side, right? So if I nuke this commander at 2815, then between 2815 all the way to 3115, I'm going to have nuke mastery available. And then at 3122, so I have to somehow survive 7 waves with this commander. If I'm able to do that once the second commander comes along, I just I just nuke that guy, and then these two commanders are dead, and then I will have the nuke mastery again, the effect available for all of these guys over here. Now I don't think I would be able to get to this 3325 double commander spawns. And I don't need to. I just need to get to 3210 and above. So this seems like a good strategy. Yeah, I think this seems like a good strategy. Yeah, this seems alright. Yeah, so I wish you can farm tier 22. Greeny did release a video on like the tier 22 farming setup that he used. I think it's... his damage is very, very insane, man. So Rob is telling me that he used a long range chain lightning build today. I guess I should just deck up my range as well, eh? Let's not push, let's not tweak what is already tried and tested. If Rob says he used a long range chain lightning build, then I think I should try to use it as well. I guess this is where having Primordial Collapse is probably not as good as having the Harmony Conductor. The Primordial Collapse would be, yeah, it wouldn't give me the lucky saves from ranged enemies every now and then. Now, or the alternative that I could do is if I could demon mode this guys. Would that be better? Again, let's see the earlier stages. Now, if let's say I demon mode this commander here at 2815, I could technically have my demon mode available at 3115, and I could just use demon mode when the first commander has the buffed enemies, and potentially it could get rid of the two commanders here. Right, and that way I can sort of save my nuke for other things. Would that be better? Now then I would need my nuke for this 3300 waves. For 3325. So then I would need nuke for 3325. And since this is, you know, they are both on the same wave, I can just nuke them. I don't know, man. This is tough. Geta says I was willing to spend the stones I have saved. I could farm tier if I could farm tier 22, but I'm holding off on ultimate weapon upgrades until V29 drops. I think that makes sense, Geto. Yeah, I would. So I was actually talking to Kristen about this a while back. My plan for this month is to just get as much into Chain Lightning Plus as possible. Thereafter, I was initially thinking maybe I should get a few upgrades into ILM Plus, but he said probably the better alternative for me would be to just work on my SMod efficiencies. I think by the time I'm done with Chain Lightning Plus, the new version would have dropped. And I think regardless, my SMod efficiencies are really bad at this stage, so I do need to work on them before like the inner landmines and stuff. So maybe I'll just end up doing that. Yeah. Matthew, hello, how are you? Your lobby is easy as well. That's nice. I have higher tower damage, but he has... Oh, then he has, but my ILM needs to be upgraded a lot more to farm tier 22. Wow, you have more damage than Greeny Ghetto. Oh my goodness, you guys. Calidus, hello, how are you? Okay, I honestly can't decide. I think we demon mode. We demon mode the 2815 commander. We demon mode the 2815 commander, and we demon mode the double commander spawns. I think that's the play, right? So we have demon mode available for this two guys here. And that means that I want to nuke the 3325 commanders. I also want my nuke earlier than for the ranged ultimate. So now when Greeny sends this, does this mean that I can't skip this commanders over here? 2924 and 2935 are commanders that are not skippable. Is that what it means? If it is, then maybe I nuke these guys. Okay, so we have nuke available. Okay, 2924 is the unskippable commander stuff because of the wave spawns. I see. Alright, then yeah, we have a nuke for 2924 plus 2935 commanders. 3325 double commanders. I think that's probably good. Calidus, the path I gave you is going well. You're up to 2600 in tournament. Please remind me again, what is the path? I can't remember now. Alright, and now that I have sorted out all of this, so 2900 waves, I need my nuke mastery available. So let's do 2600 nuke, 2300 nuke. Okay, so this is, I should have a separate plan for this. 2300, 2600, 2900, 2935. Double commanders. Alright, so I have this available now. Demon mode would be 2815, which means that I guess 2500 I could use one. 2500 I could use a demon mode. 2200 I could use a demon mode. And then 3115 plus 3124. Okay, sorted it out. Yes, I need to put this over here just so that I don't forget to use it later. Mostly generator and core substat efficiencies. Oh yeah. So for the extra EOS, yeah, nice. Rubber 4400 in tier 21 and still have second win. Congratulations in advance. I think you got it, man. Tank research in a landmine. I see. Yeah, I'm glad that you're doing well for you. Now, earlier, Rob did say that he had good results with a higher range, so maybe I should just deck up my range, huh? Zevin, congratulations, you might place in the top 100. Wow. Hey Zevin, what range did you use today? Brendo, hello, how are you? You were waiting for my stream last night. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to go for dinner yesterday. So it's the National Day in Singapore today. I guess it would be like the equivalent of the 4th of July in the US. Like Independence Day, right? And so I was out with some students of mine who were also from Singapore. They were my students from a couple of years ago. So we had dinner together. We had some Korean food. And later today, after the stream, I'm going to a good friend of mine's place, having dinner with some of my friends from back home. It's pretty nice. So Ghetto, the first place in my bracket is at 3,210 waves. So I did my run yesterday. This was an AFK run. I got to 3,100. This guy 3210. So I think I have a very good shot at beating him. So we need to try. Look at Zevon being so selfish, huh? Top 100 on the line, don't want to share his strategy. Doing maximum range? Zevon doing maximum range, guys. So does that mean I should max out my range too? I think it really helps with the range ultimate, huh? So yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. It's not like we have good inner landmines anyway, and we have very good chain lightning plus now. So my chain lightning plus is level 8. Level 8. We're catching up to Ghetto with the chain lightning, you know. So yeah, let's just do it. 131 meter range. Let's max out our shockwave size as well. We commit earlier on. We are committed, guys. We're going to try our best to beat that guy. Now the thing is, my inner landmines will only be used for tank ultimate now, because the range line is still above my inner landmine line. Now I think we that makes range the top priority, because fast enemies, I guess we can still like have inner landmines explode on them. So the target priority range fast closest would be appropriate, I think. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So I need my demon mode at 2500, so we're going to use demon mode at 2500 waves. Nuke is going to go up at 2300 waves. Learn something new. Congratulations. Well, yeah, Brando, thanks for that, but I honestly am not very patriotic. I've lived most of my life out of Singapore. I think it's just a nice get together with my friends later today. So my friend's daughter, you know, I think she is now old enough to see moving images on the television and know that there's something going on. So it would be nice to interact with her. She's like a 1-year-old kid. It'll be fun. So I'm not in my postdoc, Calidus. I'm completing my PhD in economics at the moment. So I'm currently in the final chapter of my research, and I think right now the plan is to just get as many results as I can, and then start thinking about packaging the whole doctoral thesis together. The first 2 chapters, I'm sort of done with it. The first chapter is pretty much complete. Second chapter is, I mean, I spent so much time on that chapter that I'm really sick of it now. But they kind of follow on one from another. The third chapter is a bit of a branch out, but it's still within the same realm of economics, I guess, the same field of economics. So at least right now I've developed sufficient understanding of how these models work to be able to make decent-ish progress on it. Yeah, I mean, I hope I complete it. Zevon says shame on me for giving in and buying Smite. Yeah, I had to, man. Like, once you... And you'll probably feel this as well. Once you are like above 3000 waves, raw damage doesn't really do very much anymore. So, you know, you kind of have to use the any form of percent damage that we can get. Sang, hello, how are you? Flash, how are you? Malachi, how are you? Do I have any tips for getting past tier 1 farming? Malachi, just play the game. Go ahead with all the upgrades. People will say that defense absolute is very useful for tier 1. It's probably true, but I do think that once you move out of tier 1, defense absolute becomes pretty useless. So I would rather you just go along in the workshops and just unlock all the different items and, you know, get a good understanding of the game, the different mechanics of the game early on, and play with a build that you think is most comfortable first, and just move up in tiers as quickly as possible. I think that would be like the best kind of tips. I get that it doesn't really mean very much, but having a good understanding of what each item does in the game, like what are the interactions between bounce shots, between shockwaves, and your coins per minute and so on. All of that would be useful early on, rather than just trying to follow a specific build. And then once that is done, you can then play around with your different builds. On my channel, I do have a few videos on like it's not specific builds and stuff, but if you check out like the practical guide series, it should give you a good understanding of what kinds of ultimate weapons you would want and what kinds of development you would want in those ultimate weapons, just for a little bit more efficiency. Yeah. Kellis, you're in your postdoc in clinical psychology. The dissertation was a monster. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that. Yeah. At this stage right now, I think all I want to do is just graduate. Just complete it and graduate. I don't really want... I don't really care too much about the substance of the dissertation anymore. But, I guess it's a rite of passage for everyone, right? I was speaking to Cooper a while ago, and he did tell me about his experience in his own PhD earlier on as well. At some point, you just got to just bunker down and just complete it. Yeah. Metoid, how are you? Getting 5th or 6th this tournament. Congratulations, I guess. Zevin says, I'm hoping they will remove Decay in version 29, so I'm not buying it. So the thing is, right, Zevin, even if they remove Decay, enemy health is going to scale up ridiculously fast, and percent damage on enemy health is still going to be good, I think. Brenda says, what's my opinion on the utilization of AI on the level of education you're pursuing? So at least right now in the University of Melbourne, I think we've kind of, the lecturers there have kind of come to the understanding that AI is very useful in helping us develop ideas very quickly. However, AI is language based, right? So it's a large language model mostly. So there are certain things that AI is not very good at. If you prompt it with the right things, then yes, you would be, you would potentially get correct results from it. But oftentimes things that require mathematical, logical deduction and stuff, unless you specify the mathematics behind it, AI is not going to be able to generate those thoughts on its own, at least in my own experience. So from my end, I work in game theory, which is very mathematical. if I specify the game to ChatGPT in the most general form of the game, ChatGPT is good at, you know, if I need to solve this specific problem, is there a mathematical tool that I can use? And yes, it will tell you that this problem is, you know, it's strictly convex, so you could use this tool from convex optimization and so on. However, AI is not good at actually solving it. For that, I would have to use other softwares or use like just a pen and paper and algebraically compute it. So I think, at least for the university's perspective, AI is very good at helping students understand concepts well, explaining it to them in a way that is best for their understanding. So we do promote learning tools using AI in a student's education. The main problem is that I think most students nowadays rely too much on AI that they lose the ability to critically think. So what we end up seeing is that students do very well in the assignments because they basically copy and paste the question into ChatGPT. But when they get to the exams, you give them an easier question of the assignment and they are completely unable to do it. So the performance of students in exams are actually really bad nowadays. So, you know, this is probably more of a reflection that the way that we teach has to change in future. Who knows how that form of teaching would change to, because do we actually want people who are brainless? I'm actually not sure about that. I'm not sure that's a good thing altogether. You know, we can't have AI just knowing that it makes mistakes sometimes. We can't have just everyone blindly following AI, in my opinion. Congrats, Rubber. Congratulations. Ghetto says, I do wonder if they're going to get rid of the annoying overheat workshop reduction in version 29. Lowering our damage or health to nothing is pretty dumb for tournament. Yeah, I've said so many times that I don't like the way this overheat mechanic works. You're basically nerfing the player power when people spend thousands and thousands of dollars playing this game to get more damage. Matthew Manners, I found that the 24 billion defense absolute overcharge will never kill you on tier 8 in farming. Yes, probably that is right. So if you're using Primordial Collapse, like right now in my tournament, I'm using Primordial Collapse and my defense absolute is at 30 billion. The overcharge is never going to kill me. It's like the overcharge enemy can eventually live for 20-30 waves. It's not even going to probably fire off a shot, or if it does, I don't notice it at all. And oh no, I forgot to use my nuke at 2300. Damn it. Okay, so I need to pay attention. Zevin, can you help me with this? I'm really bad at using my demon mode and nuke. At 2500 I need to use my demon mode. And 2600 I need to use my nuke. Can you remind me? My dissertation applied to my clinical practice, so it held some interest for me. Nice. The consumer large language models and large reasoning models are pretty good though. Yeah, they are very good. I think they are very good. I just don't think that so you know, the analogy that I have in mind is like motor vehicles are very good, right? Like the ability to drive from point A to point B is something that makes our life so much better. However, we don't give babies the ability to drive a car, or not toddlers as well. We have to make sure that you are at a certain age before you can discern right from wrong, and like you have sufficient development in your motor skills before we allow you to drive a vehicle. I think it's kind of the same with AI, right? You probably shouldn't let younger children learn or be completely immersed in AI right from childhood, because then they lose the ability to critically evaluate anything. They will just know how to ask a lot of questions, but they will never know how to reason through and solve those questions. I do think that the ability to have some sort of autonomy in your thinking and not just be dictated by AI is quite useful today. Tex is here? Oh, hello Tex. Where is Tex? I don't see Tex. But Rubber said hi Tex. Right. Who would spend thousands of dollars in this game? People like you and I, Zevin. Zevin, so I would want to have the nuke mastery slow effect and have more damage, just so that I don't take so much chip damage. Right? But anyway, with 2400, I will remember to use my demon mode at 2500 waves. Tex raided my stream. Oh, did he? Oh, that's why we have 31 people. So hello. Hi everyone from Tex's stream. When did this happen? I didn't realize that. And thank you, Tex, if you're here. How did Tex do in tournament today? Let me pull up the live results section. Let's see Tex. Let's see where Tex is. Tex got... Ooh, Tex at 3069 waves. Okay, nice. PJ, hello, how are you? Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll need a lot of luck for today. And hello John, how are you? I still have not got rid of that one notification. I don't know how to get rid of it. Like it doesn't have any things that I need to do. I don't want to set a goal because that's like monetary value. I'm not intending to bother about that portion. Q&A, you guys are already interacting on the chat, so no point posting that. Starting a poll. I don't know what poll we can ask today. So yeah, I can't get rid of this one over here. There's actually a hidden reward at 3069 waves. Really? Zevin? What is the reward? See, if I use my demon mode early, I get more damage, which is good. I think, like having more damage would be pretty decent. It's a secret, but I'm sure I can. You're sure I can guess. There's a hidden reward. 3069 waves. Really? What's so special about 3069 waves? I don't understand. I don't know, Zevin. Our wavelength is different today. But you do have more range than me today. You do have more range than me today, you know, Zevin. If I don't get into top 100 and beat you, is it because of the range? Is range really good for range ultimate? So PJ, this is actually a tournament rerun. I did one AFK run yesterday and I got to 3100 waves, but this bugger beat me, so I had to do it. I wasn't even sure if I would be streaming today for the tournament. I just decided last night that I'm going to sleep without an alarm because I was feeling really tired. And see if I can wake up in the morning. And I woke up like 10 minutes before tournament ended, so I was like, ah shit, now I have to do the tournament. Otherwise I would have just done like a milestone stream or something instead. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna try to beat this guy. Is this guy that clueless? I don't know what you're talking to. Well, what you're talking about, Zevin. Yeah, but I'm hoping that with yesterday's tournament, right, PJ, I got to 3100 waves at 60 meters range. Hopefully now we have a larger range. Ranged enemies are a bit less dangerous. We are also going to micro our demon mode and nukes for this tournament, so I think we will be good for today, right? Now I do need to make sure that I can skip what I can skip. So 2695, we should probably just take out the we should take out our wave skip at 2695. Thereafter, I also want to skip this 2815 commander as well. So we need to make sure we do that. Oh, 2500. Okay, let's use demon mode now. Aha, okay, one down. So wave skip off. I should write all of this down. 2695. Wave skip off 2695. No, 2693. Uh, 2812. Okay, so we want to skip this guy and that guy. And then for the other one, we can't skip this too. I don't need to wave skip any of these things over here. Alright, so I should pin this as a comment in case I forget about it. Zevin says, if you beat me, it's because your brain is big. If I beat you, it's because I am lucky. What? What? Wait, what is the hidden reward at 3069 waves? $3069. I don't know. Is this like some of your Gen Z lingo again, Zevon? That's why I don't understand it. Or is it because how did I manage to read your message in reverse? Oh, PJ, you got to 3208. Okay, so there's a chance I can get 3210. I bet it would piss this guy off, wouldn't it? Where is this guy? If we manage to get to 3200, should we just end the run at 3211 just to spit on him for making me have to redo the run? That would piss him off so badly, hey? 3069 is my ending wave, John. Nah, no way. No way. Maybe it's your ending wave, it's not mine. Crow, yeah, we gotta, break him. But maybe he's just left his game on pause or something. I think I should beat him. Like, honestly, right? Look at this. This guy over here has 300 waves in tier 24. And I've got like 1,000 waves in tier 24, so I should be able to beat him. Everyone in the chat understands what is the hidden reward at that wave. I don't know what you're talking about, Zevon. Just tell me, my brain hurts. I just woke up not long ago. John says tie him, that would be funnier. No. We got to flex some aura on him, you know. Don't join a tournament with me and try to beat me by 100 waves. We gotta send a message out there in the in the community. all the greenies in this game that try to beat me, nah, don't join my bracket. But it's crazy, right? The guy with 300 waves in tier 24 is able to get to like 3,200 waves in Legends tournament. And you know, it's a good thing, except that just means that everyone's wave count is so inflated at the moment. They really need to make like tournaments a lot shorter once again. And the sad thing about all of that is that if they do make tournaments shorter, they can't really get rid of the overhit mechanic, I don't think. Because what they're gonna do, are they going to make like tier 23 plus in tournaments? I don't know how they're going to do it. Bendo, yeah, maybe he paused the game for 12 hours to wait for me, right? Look at my sense of self-worth. I think people would actually do that. Legends is more about micro percent damage and CC. It's less about how strong your overall tower is. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, at some point our damage is all going to shrink down to 0. The percent damage has definitely been helping. Like, even right now, just with Chain Lightning plus 8, protectors, they are just melting. Without Chain Lightning plus at this level, I would be, protectors would be lasting for more than one black hole. Maybe half a black hole at this stage, but by 2800, the protectors are going to live for the entire duration of a black hole and potentially even some more. With Chain Lightning Plus, they just melt. That's so... that in itself is so satisfying because Protector Ultimate has been a problem for me for so long. I would see a very different tournament if we would get one shot from every overcharge hit. Yeah, that would be like the old Legends, where damage becomes king once again. John, yeah, I completely agree. Right, it's just about time for us to pop our nuke. $25.99. Alright, let's pop the nuke. Now, $26.93, I need to take my wave skip off. No, I completely agree with you, John. I don't think nerfing player power is the way to go for tournaments. The overheat, right? If let's say let's say they made a mechanic where every 20 waves enemies take like 0.1% less damage from you because enemies get stronger. So they add some sort of resistance to it. I think the game would feel much better. They could make the damage reduction on enemies equivalent to the damage reduction on our damage over here, but because we don't see this number going down, I think we would feel a lot happier, right? The numbers over here stay exactly the same on this screen, but enemies just take less damage from us. That would actually motivate players a lot more to invest into damage, because like, oh shit, I need to break through this resistance, right? And they could also just implement it from all sources, so that includes nerfing percent damage. I do wonder what they've decided on for the version 29 change. I think it's just going to be we get a new tier, maybe tier 20 plus for tournaments. It seems right? Back when tier 21 was the max tier, they introduced tier 17 plus. So now that there's tier 24, then tier 20 plus seems about right for the highest tier of tournaments. And if it's tier 20 plus, I think we should still be able to get to like 1800 on tournaments pretty easily. Thereafter it's just, you know, EHP is probably not going to be very viable unless they remove the overheat stuff, because overcharge enemies would probably hit a lot harder in tier 20 plus. I don't know if it would be tankable if they remove our HP, but I think more likely they would want to balance out the gap between glass cannon builds and EHP builds. Right now health goes down to 0 much faster than damage does, so I think they would delay when health goes down to 0 when they increase the tournament tier, and it's going to feel, in all likelihood, tournaments would feel a lot harder very quickly, but right at the start, but very quickly we would adapt to it. And I just hope they don't take like 3 hours to do. Yeah. I don't think there will be a fundamental rework in tournaments, Zevon. It's not possible. They can't do that without completely breaking the game at this stage, I don't think. Rob, hello, how are you? Thank you very much. And thanks for sending me the chat over, Rob. hopefully tournament does not just become a damage stat ranking, but I'm stealing myself for that. Yeah, hard to say. I think if they made damage more relevant or health more relevant, econ is going to become a lot more relevant as well. Because right now our damage gets scaled down so low that the gap between those right at the top and myself is so minimal, right? The wave count is not reflective of that. But the moment they make our damage become relevant and all of us having like the same amount of stone inflow every month, the part that is going to separate players is going to be enhancement levels. And so I hope they do that, because then econ will be relevant again. Right now there's like not much point in econ, but you know, the only constant that I can think of in this game since its first launch is that investing in econ is never really a bad idea. Sure, there are certain versions where farming becomes a lot less important, but in the overall trajectory of the game, less development in econ is never a good thing. Just make max tournament tier 24 with fleets every 10 waves. I bet we get some super short runs there. Yeah, so Ghetto, the thing is, they can't really do that from a balancing perspective at the moment, because I think player power is not sufficient to generate enough heterogeneity within tier 24 at the moment. So you do need a bit of variance in the player power that becomes reflected in wave count. But right now, maybe people who are at my power level and players who are about 50 to 100 waves above me in Legends tournament, we might end up getting hit or getting killed by the same enemy at around the same wave count in tier 24. And so we can't get the variance over there, and you don't want a situation whereby in a tournament bracket everyone gets the exact same number of waves. I do think that if they made tier 20 plus available, it would be enough at this stage. They could try tier 21 plus, but given that not many people in the community are actually farming tier 22, most people farming tier 21, I think tier 20 plus would be pretty decent. You know, back when tier 17 plus was introduced, most players were farming. There were certainly people who were farming like tier 19, tier 20, tier 21. But I think a bulk of the Legends player base was farming tier 20. Oh, I need to take out my wave skip. Was still farming tier 18 at that time, so tier 17 plus became challenging enough for tournaments. And I do think if they wanted to increase the wave count, it would be tier 20 plus. Okay, what did this swap to? Where is that fleet? Ah, there. Okay, it's the overcharge. Nice. We got rid of one commander. One less problem to worry about. Okay, the only next wave skip that I would need would be 2,812 waves. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I just realized something. If it's 2,812, this was originally where I wanted to use my demon mode. I mean, I could still just use my demon mode, I guess. Yeah, I would have to use my demon mode there anyway. Because I want my demon mode available for this double commanders. Rob, if you're here, should I understand this table as at 29-24, even if I have wave skip on, I'm going to get a commander? Is that how I should understand this this table? If we got tier 24 tournaments, I reckon the meta would be just spam reruns and hope for good death defies and death penalties. Yeah, tier 24 tournaments are not going to be a thing, I don't think. They are definitely going to have to fix the decay rate for health. I don't think they will fix the decay rate for damage, but health and damage would probably decay at the same rate, so that would give EHP more viability in tournaments, I would think. Hopefully this doesn't pivot the entire meta into EHP, but if it does, then I don't mind it. Yes, Rob. So for this table over here, is this how should I interpret this? Do I interpret it as in wave 2935, if I have wave skip on, I'm still going to get a commander? Okay, so if I'm still going to get a commander there, and that means I've got two unskippable commanders. Ay. Maybe I should nuke this, guys. Yeah, okay, I'll nuke this double commanders, which is what I said previously. And I'll have, yeah, alright, so I'll just use my demon mode at 28-15 then. I think that's the best the best outcomes for today. I should be able to kill them at 1x speed. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to expect because I didn't really watch my tournament run yesterday. It was just an AFK run. But I'm guessing that it would be commander buffed ranged enemies that would take out my second win and stuff. They need to straight up ban percent base damage for tournament. The only real way to partly fix some parts of tournament, have our workshops reduced to 0. Already doesn't. Yeah, exactly. So a while back, Gato, I was saying that what the developers have basically shown to the community is that we only need 3 billion health in my case, and like 1 little Q of damage to be able to get to wave 3000-ish in this game, in tournaments. So that there's really no need to spend money on on stones for damage. There's really no need to farm for coins to get more enhancements and so on. They push themselves into a corner where nothing in the game really makes sense anymore. And that's not very good game design, I don't think. Yeah, I think maybe that statement that I've said is a little bit harsh. Like, not saying that damage is completely irrelevant. Having a little bit more damage gets you a bit less reliance on percent damage, and you kill enemies a bit faster and so on. But the point is that we scale down the player power by more than 99% to compress everyone at some particular range of waves, and everyone sort of gets that wave count. So, you know, it's not good game design in my opinion. It's really it feels very sad. Like you spend a lot of money on this game to get to this state. We should be able to kill those enemies on 1 XP, the commanders, I guess. Yeah, hopefully. Alright, 2800 coming up. I think this is where our demon mode is going to pop off cooldown. Since I don't need to take off wave skip for the 2815 commander because I'm demon moding it, yeah, I don't think I need to take off my wave skip, huh? I don't even need to demon mode it. Well, I would like to have the extra damage, 7. It's not like the other fleets between now and then. I would have trouble with them, I don't think. And the extra damage would help with like just not getting clipped by ranged enemies and so on. There we go, the commanders here. Now, in my previous tournament run, yeah, my demon mode's on, it's alright. My previous tournament run, I did get like quite a lot of death defies. I got 13 death defies at 3100 waves. I wonder what this number would be today. Rubber says, I have a crazy idea, but one that might add more depth to the game. What if they added a new rotating battle condition in tournaments? Chain lightning damage down, smart missile damage down in a landmine. That sounds nice, Rubber. That sounds nice. It would really force people. It would really force people to rotate their setups from tournament to tournament. So Gato, I don't think it's Saboteur per se, because Saboteur is at that particular wave count, you're just going to have your damage reduced. But imagine if Chain Lightning does 0 damage in this particular tournament. How are we going to handle this tournament? what kind of setup can we use? And maybe in a specific tournament, like Protector Ultimates, where Chain Lightning doesn't do anything, it's going to be really, really difficult. But aside from that, right, Rubber, I don't think any other ultimate weapon would really matter aside from Chain Lightning. It would be fun if, like, one tournament there's no Spotlight, one tournament there's no Black Hole, stuff like that. Potentially. Would be very difficult though. Okay, I don't have to micro the wave skips anymore. But at 3115, there will be a double commander with 3124. That will be my next demon mode. And I think 29, 24, and 29, 35, there's a double commander. 33, 25, there's also a double commander. So we use, I think we use Nuke at the 2935. I'll probably have to slow down the game speed for that. That will kill off, yeah, that will kill off 99% of people's builds. Oh, can you imagine, like, Protector Ultimate, Ranged Ultimate, Chain Lightning down? Everyone will be like, no, I need inner landmine damage to deal with the enemies without Chain Lightning, because all your other ultimate weapons are trash, and then you give me Protector and Ranged Ultimate. And so I need to run a large range. Oh boy. Just find the new game. I wish FUTs would just tell us what's in the patches ahead of time. It's so annoying to wait until the day of release for 99% of the info every patch. It would be nice, Gato. It would be nice. I do think that when they're developing this kind of things, right, it's they first, like, okay, let's brainstorm on this idea, we figure out how to code it into the game engine, and then once it's coded in, we then tweak around with the features, see if it's something that can even be implemented. I have hated this weird secrecy shit to patch day for years now. Spotlight down is actually worse at the moment for me. Stuff just never dies. Yeah, I mean, we do get, you know, what's it in my case, 3400x more damage with Spotlight. Hoarding kills, 2900. Okay, 29, 24, 29, 35 is the double commanders. Need to remember that. Hoarding kills my enjoyment of the game, but at a certain stage it's the most sensible option. That is true. However, I don't really hoard. I feel like I'm not at that stage where hoarding actually brings me gains. There's always something else that I would need at the moment, just to deal with what they already have for us. $29.24. John says no sneak peeks, roadmaps, nothing, just 9 months of waiting for bugs each time. 9 months. Waiting for your missus to give birth. Give birth to bugs. What is this episode of Men in Black? 29, 24. Okay, I need to get ready to lower my game speed. We 1x this protector. Hopefully it's not an 1x this commander. Right, commanders here. 1x this guy. Can we survive without my wall even breaking? Oh, we got rid of that commander, nice, alright. So then I presume we nuke the 2935 commander. Yes, we nuked the 2935 commander. Oh shit, I just lost my wall. Oh, I lost a demon. I lost a shield as well. Wonder what happened there. Was that like a mass enforced enemy? Well, our wall did survive a lot better this time round, I'm guessing. Commander, we nuke you. Alright. No need to worry about that altogether. I hate hoarding. I have a few thousand stones saved and haven't bought the monthly stones this month. I would spend all of them on inner landmines to farm tier 22 if I actually knew what the patch has in it. I gotta stay on 1x until all the commander buffed enemies die too. Yeah, Zevin, I kind of knew that, but I kind of forgot about it. Alright, just two more pieces of micro that we need in order to beat this guy. So we need to lower the game speed at 3115, and hopefully when I start to, when my wall breaks or something, we then turn on the demon mode. Hopefully that gives me enough time to deal with the 3124 commander as well. Ghetto says I gotta be at like where your runs are. 5 exit the entire time, hope for the best. Maybe if I had an easy bracket, yeah, I would definitely do that. But this bracket is rough, man. John, I don't have a single stone in inner landmine still to this day. I'm determined to stay off that train. Oh shit, I just took a hit on my wall again. What's going on? Why am I taking chip damage now? I'm not sure what else I can do differently to not take chip damage, because it must be the ranged enemies that would be hitting me. I can't see actually, there's so many things on the screen at the moment. Iron Plus with M Plus is so stupid strong, I had no choice but to upgrade mine. It's pretty much required to farm tier 22 for everyone other than TJ and Sky. So what would they use in place of Inner Landmine plus Ghetto? Yeah, the Inner Landmine damage is just a little bit too broken at this moment. When V28.3 first dropped, I did 1300 waves on tier 22, then I unlocked Inner Landmine Plus and did 4300 waves. They don't run Inner Landmines just because it's a coin decrease. That's true. I'm guessing, you know, Death Wave Plus would actually be very good for those higher tier farms. You don't have control over which enemies it gets to hit, but I guess the damage is quite significant. I feel like my Chain Lightning started doing more damage again when Light Shots got fixed with M+. Yes, because it registers more bullets now, Rudy. John, you know what? Keep continuing not developing your Inner Landmine Plus. That's good. That's good. I like where this is going. It gives me more chance to get first place finishes, because I think once you develop your Inner Landmine Plus, you're gonna overtake me. Oh, it's getting quite cold. Be right back. I need to grab a jacket. Alright, we're back, guys. Yeah, thanks for the free tournament spot, John. Taking one for the community. We lose a lot of Optex running an Inner Landmine build. Yeah, that's true. Space Displacer has always been lower max coin per hour. Lower max coin per minute compared to just raw damage I have 0 stones and inner landmines, mud missiles and poison swamp. Besides 1 single permanent swamp. And you still got 3,206 waves this tournament. Yeah, I mean, it's still good. So I think that just goes to show, right, John, that there's really no need to keep chasing the meta. It's still at the end of the day, you can just play with the older kind of strategies, right? I wouldn't say that you can play with any type of strategy, because I don't think like a max smart missile build is going to be competitive with a max chain lightning build in the current state of things. But yeah, if just with chain lightning alone, well, I guess it's fair to say that chain lightning is just broken. Do you have chain lightning plus, John? Because I think at that kind of wave count, all the damage is just coming from chain lightning plus at the end of the day. Oh, I've been taking damage as well. Oh no. +4 CF, +3 spotlight, everything else still locked. Damn. It's the, I guess it's the S-mod development then. With CF +4 and you get to 3,200 waves. What the hell? That's disgusting, man. This guy getting to 3,200 waves with CF +4. Shit, if I still lose to John today with all of this extra stuff that I'm doing, I feel very, very sad. My wall is like permanently down now. Almost at 3,100. Maybe I should lower the game speed now, huh? Yeah, I'm starting to take chip damage, so let's lower the game speed. Let's do like 2x for now, so I can actually see what's hitting me. I'm guessing it might be the mass and force ranged enemies that would be getting me at this stage, you know. Your inner landmine 700x. IOM +5. Oh, okay, you still have slightly better in a landmine development than I do Ghetto. I'm at +4 in a landmine and 400x damage. Uh-oh. Oh, nice, nice. We got the boss. I'm goal boxed on assist, substat efficiency, and effects. MEs are at 60% and 100% for generator. Okay. Okay, that's yeah, alright. Gato says I have a lot of medals, around 150k medals. I maxed out bot and bot. But bonus is only at 4.3. Is this for a farm run Ghetto or tournaments? Oh, nice, we got that boss as well. John spent the first year spending medals on gems and stones. Yeah, I think all of us did that. I would be at the like 150,000 medal region now if I didn't spend my medals on those kind of things at the start. But back then stones were a lot harder to come by. Oh, the boss actually got me there. I don't have enough damage for that boss. That's not good. I might not even be able to make it to 3200 because of the bosses in this case, huh? Oh shit, I just took another hit from I don't know what. Can't see, there's so much stuff going on my screen. We are coming up on the double commander. Now if I can somehow save my demon, my second win before my demon mode comes off cooldown, that would be really nice. But shit, I just lost my second win. Ah man, I would have to demon mode this guys. It was very unfortunate there. But since I've already lost my second win, I think let's just 1x this, and we let demon mode pop automatically. I could adjust my ops. Is ranged my number one target priority? Yes. What do I adjust my ops to? It's currently for the tanks when they enter the range line. As well, yeah, it's not last minute tournament. It's a last minute tournament rerun because I've got some guy that I need to beat in first place. Not sure if it's possible to beat him though. I need to get to 3,211 waves. Okay, so right now, I should. Okay, I just got clipped again. Not sure by what. It should be ranged enemies that would be clipping me, but now I've got my demon mode on. I think we can send it. Put them just so they're sticking out a little on the range line to hit the ranged enemies. Okay, let's do that. Like this. There's a lot of mass enforcement on all these ranged enemies though. And extra ops in for the energy net. I don't have energy net mastery, but okay. Why can't I adjust my ops? There we go, extra ops in slightly. So something like that. I guess that's what you're referring to, Seven. Orbital augment should be able to whittle down the tanks, I guess. Right, this could help clear out the ranged enemies a bit better, hopefully. Oh, and now that my demon mode is off, I should probably lower my game speed once again. But my tower is so naked right now that one hit from anything and then I'm dead. So I don't know, man. It's going to be very rough. As well as this, I joined at the time thinking I had a decent chance of getting top 4. 2100 waves ranked at... Ah, that's rough, man. Yeah, I guess the tanks... With the larger range, tanks become less dangerous. And they do proc my inner landmines and stuff as well. Oh, sorry, my inner landmines. So probably you're right. Yeah, but as a unfortunate bracket, I think position 10, 2100 waves in my bracket would be pretty decent. You'll probably be 3rd, 4th place. Maybe 4th place in my maybe 5th place in my bracket. I'll have to check later. Missile barrage. What is this guy ban blocking? Death wave. That's fine. So it seems like range ultimate is just the worst kind of ultimate to get at the moment. honestly, if they allow, well, they should not allow ranged enemies to fire off in black hole when there is range ultimate. I think that would be a nice balancing patch. Because you would still have to spec into getting permanent black hole for ranged ultimate, which is a damage loss, right? So it would offer some form of balancing. New PB for waves and placement. Oh wow. Let's see, what did Seven get? Seven. Why can't I search for Seven? Ah, there we go. Oh, 73353. My goodness. Hey, what have you been doing, Seven? How did you get so far? Hey, but congrats, man. I think you're in top 100 today. They should make Missile Barrage one-shot everything when they use. Yeah, it should be like a mini nuke. Or at least keep firing until every enemy on screen is dead. That was alive when Missile Barrage was used. Oh, 73353. That's awesome, man. Okay, so we got rid of this. Now, if I ever survive to wave 3325, then I get to nuke that double commander. But otherwise I think we are. I don't really care. I just want to get 3210, 3211 waves. I've been saving my nuke and demon mode until the commander's about to kill me. That's the main thing I've been doing. I see. I mean, the orb placement has definitely helped a lot. It does seem like, now I'm actually able to regen my energy shields. How many death defies did I actually get in this run? Let's see. So far, only one death defy. So we were quite unlucky, huh? Previous one I got like what, 13 death defies? But I think this means that I can probably increase my game speed a little bit. Right? Let's just use the 5x. Whoa. That could kill me. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, but I could have died. Oh my goodness, you scared me. I've never been so scared to receive gems in my life before. Thank you, Ahmed. Oh my goodness. And thank you, Ahmed. But oh my god. Oh, I thought I died earlier. Oh man. Man, thank you. Oh shit. What a pleasant surprise. That scared me. Now, you know what? You know what? Actually, in hindsight, now that I think about it, the gems is worth more than the tournament win now. Right? I was trying to chase that extra 100 gems and 25 extra stones. But now I've got 18,000 gems. Oh boy. Oh boy. As well, what should I spend it on? What do you want me to spend it on? I don't really know what I should spend it on, but I feel like I should spend it. Should we do some gem rushing? Oh, okay. So you want me to save it to version 29? I could do it. Oh, look at Zevin. Look at Zevin trying to back for gems now, Zevin. Are you an oil prince? Uh-oh, this boss might get me. Come on, let's kill the boss. We can do it. 80 damage. Ah, shit, we took a hit there. Alright, we need 8 more waves, guys. Just 8 more waves. Let's get a very lucky wave skip. Well, you know what, Zevin? The op placement is really helping a lot with just trimming out the ranged enemies. 50% of the range health would be from Chain Lightning Plus alone. And the remainder... Oh, there's a commander here. Uh-oh. Oh, I need to slow the game speed down for this. Let's fire this. There's a commander. I think I die at this point. Right? There's all these buff range enemies, but can we survive for one more wave? Just one more wave. One more wave, guys. Come on, one more wave. Oh boy. No! Oh, I death-defied. That fast enemy hit me. Oh, I'm lucky here. I'm lucky. Yes. All right, we can die now. we can die now. Oh, 3, 2. Wait, why am I still at rank 2? 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay, we died there. We got a very lucky, very clutch death defy. And we should beat this guy, right? We should beat this guy. Once it this guy's gonna be so pissed. He's gonna be so pissed. 3, 2, 1, 1 waves. 3, 2, 1, 0. We did it, guys. We pissed Brett off so much. We pissed Brett off so much. Hey, let the game refresh. Come on, refresh it. Refresh it. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. All right, I've never been so happy to die in this tournaments before. What an emotional turmoil this tournament. We thought we nearly died, but it was gems. It was a pleasant surprise, and we thought that it was over, and right at the very last moment, we got the death defy that we needed. Oh, this is awesome. Now, I think having Harmony Conductor would have been very good for the ranged ultimate today. Yeah, especially since overcharge was not really an issue. inner landmine's probably not very useful today. Let me swap this out first, then we go into a farm run and we check out the stats. Okay, can I get a level here? No, I can't. Right, farming. Can I get anything here? Okay, let's get a click here. Bots to farming. Fetch and summon. I'm not spending my keys. Right? I think, no, there's two more things that I need to do. Remove this. Remove this. Okay, and then there we go, this I need to take a screenshot of this. How to annoy this guy. Last minute clutch, huh? So you know what they say about the early bird getting the worm? It's good to wake up early, guys. I woke up 10 minutes earlier, and it looks like we're getting first place for this tournament. Oh, Brett is going to be so pissed. He is not going to be happy. Yeah. And Shade, hello, how are you? Most clutch death defy ever. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, okay, so Scott says if I force save it will update the ranking. I see. I got the hidden buff from money being spent on my account. Yeah. I did what I needed to win. Alright. Now, Azure, should I save all my gems for version 29? Or I tell you what I'll do. Now, you get to decide how you want me to upgrade my stuff. I can either pull for orbital augment and restorative bonus or primordial collapse, which is one option. So we can pull for modules, or we can gem rush stuff, and you can decide what you want me to gem rush. I can make a poll. Okay, you want me to make a poll? Let's engage. Start a poll. Spend gems. Let's see. Modules. Module pools. Gem rush. Or no, save them. Okay. Yeah, right, the poll's created. You guys tell me what you want. Where's the wave required lab poll option? Well, if gem rushing becomes the option, then we can decide what to gem rush. It would be nice to gem rush some of that crazy stupid labs, right? Like what is that? The perk one? What is that lab called? Where is the perk section? The auto pick ranking and the waves required. I think auto pick ranking to like 20 would be nice. You've actually been doing the waves required lately. Okay. I haven't done the waves required one yet. But, let's start a farm run in the meantime. Pause, turn this off. And I need to lower my damage. Echo labs are long too. I've done most of the echo ones already. The only one I have remaining is the defense echo, but I mean right now I don't need the extra EHP. But it does seem that most people want me to save. You guys are so thrifty. All right, so we save our gems. We save our gems then. And the pool. Well, we save our gems so that when the new version comes along, we get to gem rush the preset labs. Yeah, and then we decide what to do after. Alright, that sounds like a good plan. It should be in August. They did say August. Maybe it's like start of August. No, maybe it's end of August. Yeah, Zevin, I think the auto pick ranking would be nice to have more labs in. So I'll go through my labs with you guys, right? Like the scatter amplification lab 30. I think I'm just going to complete this for the go box. Armor substats, I can technically hold off on it for now, because I've got my 50% efficiency over there. Boss ultimate is, again, I'm doing it for the go box, and I think it would help with, you know, in tier 21 farming we do have where is it? There's boss ultimate. Yeah. So I think having the boss health and boss ultimate labs would be, you know, wouldn't be too bad. The cannon stuff is just there for the damage. I kind of need the extra damage. But some of the other labs which I'm I'm considering, like auto pick ranking is something that I wouldn't mind putting a few days of research into. The free upgrades mastery, maybe I would just complete it for the gem rush efficiency. Utility, I think we can leave this alone for now. Landmine Decay, maybe because of Landmine Stun Mastery, it wouldn't hurt, I guess. Especially in the like higher tiers at the start. That's the only kind of mitigation that I can get. I don't think it would be the worst idea to get some Landmine Decay. It would be, I think, overall not as good for coins though. Super crit chance and multiplier, maybe a little bit of extra damage. I don't know. It's very minimal at this stage, I would say. But some of the other stuff that I'm really considering, armored enemies, I think would be very good. Especially when moving up to the higher tiers. Combined with the Death Wave armor stripping and armored enemies. So like in my farm runs right now, if I toggle on Death Wave, like the pulses are basically permanent. And I think this is going to remove a lot of armor stacks by itself already. But if we coupled that with, I can't leave this on. If I coupled that together with the armored enemies battle condition, I think we could actually make the higher tiers work by just turning on Chain Lightning. So right now, in tier 21, armored enemies I think block the first 56 hits. So every 2 levels I get 1 hit reduction from armored enemies. I think that's how it would work. Yeah, so if I could reduce this to like, 30, block the first 30 hits or something with a combination of Death Wave, armor stripping, and Death Wave armor stripping and the armored enemies battle condition, I think Chain Lightning Plus could actually do a lot of extra work in the higher tier farming. Guys, since Ryan is being so boring, if you buy me gems, I will gem rush labs or buy modules. Look at this guy trying to back. Let's put 7 in a timeout, eh? All right. Anyway, that is like my plan for subsequent months when I'm done with Chain Lightning Plus. I think eventually the goal would be, you guys know how I am with just wanting more visuals on the screen, right? So because of how many death waves I'm actually getting, I think it wouldn't be the worst idea to get Death Wave Plus, and also a combination of Death Wave Plus and Chain Lightning Plus % damage to deal with the higher tier farms in the form of just generating % damage. Now that actually reminds me, I do want to see the damage breakdown of this tournament run. So let's see. Chain Lightning at 13 AF, Inner Landmines at 304 AE. You know what, I've really tried to make my smart missiles work. Like I still have like the 4 smart missile substats on my twin cores for the tournaments, but I mean it's so much worse than Poison Swamp. So perhaps we should, do I even want to do it? Perhaps I should just re-roll it for some other stuff. So let's see if I were to re-roll my smart missile quantity and cooldown, what would I be able to get? I mean, I have the Chain Lightning quantity here. I guess it would have to be either Inner Landmine quantity cooldown or Swamp duration and cooldown. So we get extra stunts one way or another. Now because my Inner Landmine cooldown is actually pretty trash. Let's see, my Inner Landmine is at 1 minute and 50 seconds cooldown. It might make sense to just roll for more Poison Swarm substats. Really, if I went with more Poison Swarm substats, we could get more stuns. So maybe, let's see, Inner Landmine quantity and Poison Swarm cooldown. If I rolled it for these 2 substats, do you think that would be good for tournaments? I would lose out on a lot of green explosions in my tournament runs though, which you know, doesn't look very nice. As well as I love Chain Lightning Plus. I got it 2.5 protectors get erased instantly. Yeah, so that's basically what I did as well. I'm almost at where you're at, so I'm at 0.45. It's very good, for sure. Deathwave Plus does nothing damage-wise in high tiers. Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know. Ludacris, hello, how are you? Should I reroll max recovery for EHLS and EALS? Yeah, I would do that. The level skips are most important. Black hole, yeah, because it's percent damage as well. Wish I could run damage kind of substats for tournaments instead of farm substats. Maybe someday. Wait, Ghetto, do you mean you use your farming setup for tournaments as well? So let's say, alright, this is another thing, right? So in today's tournament, it would be nice if I could use Harmony Conductor. And technically the only thing that I would be really missing would be 4 seconds of Black Hole and double Smart Missile substats. But given how weak Smart Missile substats were and Black Hole not really controlling any of the enemies, perhaps I could have just gone with Harmony Conductor today. So Zevon, yeah, I do have the inner landmine damage substat wrote in already at the moment. The problem is my black hole, my inner landmine cooldown is not very high, so I'm not sure how useful the extra inner landmine quantity would be. And it's not always that bosses actually become a problem. In fact, they are hardly a problem for me. So I'm not sure how useful the extra inner landmine quantity would be. I don't know. Let's leave this for another day. Let's just think about it another time. My core modules for tournaments have farm substats on them, so GT duration, bonus, etc. Okay. I'm actually curious to find out, Gato, how different my wave count would be if I didn't bother re-rolling my substats for tournament. Or if I use my farming modules in tournament. Especially since how low our damage gets eventually. I'm hoping it wouldn't be too much difference. Then everything can just be farming substats. And Ghetto at 750 million. Well, I'm almost at 300 million again. Yeah, I didn't roll anything for a while now. But yeah. Alright. Well, anyway, I think it was a good tournament run after all. I'm happy that I woke up early enough to stream because look at that. Earlier on, I was saying that I would just quit the run at 3210 11 waves, 3211, and we actually did it. I jinxed myself. Alright. But anyway, I think this would be a good time for me to wrap up the stream for today. So thank you all for joining the stream. Hope you all did well in your tournaments. And if you're from Singapore, happy National Day. Otherwise, have a good weekend, everybody. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.